So we're going to have a new moon in Aquarius, which is, in overview, is about the frustration that we feel when we have all the ideas and not the action plan to act upon our new ideas. And I'm going to break down this right now. So we've got a new moon in Aquarius. The new moon is when the sun and the moon are conjunct in a sign of Aquarius. New moons are about planting seeds and getting new ideas and fresh outlooks on how to do better or make our lives better. But the sun, the sun is still in Aquarius, which is in its detriment. So it's maybe not getting the clear views on how to do what we want. It's being faced with obstacles about our new ways of life and how we want to live our lives. It's getting stopped from doing what we want and how we want to do it because we don't put much emphasis on the action plan itself. The next aspect I want to break down is Mercury squaring Jupiter in Taurus. Well, Mercury in Aquarius is very mind-oriented, it's very airy, it's thinking in ideologies, it has a wide perspective and can entertain a lot of ideas simultaneously. But it can also be, in a hindsight, it can also be way too much up in their head and not putting effort into manifestation. I mean, bringing the ideas to Earth. And squaring Jupiter in Taurus is exactly that. It's got way too many ideas, but Jupiter in Taurus is about slow and steady actions. It's being grounded, it's being material even on how to do things, having a meticulous action plan. And Mercury squaring Jupiter in Taurus is about having way too many ideas and not a clear plan on how to execute the things that are meant to make our lives better. It's like jumping to conclusions about things that we don't even understand in the first place and have not executed yet and have not put into action yet, and then being surprised that our lives are not advancing in the way we envisioned. The next aspect is Venus applying a trine with Uranus. That's happening this week, and it can manifest itself as just emotional breakthrough, the rebirth of love, the newness of love, new friendships, and craving social stimulation. It can present itself as artistic freedom when we just don't care about, there's the Uranus part, we don't care about the social boundaries of self-expression. And this can present itself as the shadow side. So this can be like sexual restlessness, affairs, sudden attraction without any deeper intimacy, hookup culture, and breaking the boundaries of love and hurting people in the process. So be aware of that. So in conclusion, this new moon in Aquarius feels like, to me, it has this energy of wanting to do that we finally understand, that we want to do, that how we envisioned our lives and how we envisioned our future. And we're still faced with obstacles, but it's mental obstacles. It's not really it's not really material obstacles, because we have everything in the moment. We're living in Jupiter in Taurus right now. So we know how to do slow and steady. It's just we have way too many ideas and not being sure how to implement them in our material life, or even being faced with, or being just paralyzed, really, of the possibilities of life in general and how rich and abundant the future is. And it just keeps us being in our heads, because putting things in action can be painful. It requires letting go. It requires restructuring the lives. It requires new friendships, new loves, new groups, and it requires us to just let go and go with the flow of, yeah, new stuff is coming to our lives. And yeah, there will be integration, not really now. It's gonna happen around the 22nd of February when Venus and Mars finally conjoins in Aquarius, where the new ideology and how to do it really sets in, because Venus and Mars is still in Capricorn, so they are still in the old energy of how to do it. So we can't really do the new stuff that we're having in our heads right now while having the old implementation of the things we want to do. So it has to go through a renewal. It's still a Saturnian renewal, so it's still like structured and ordered, but it's a totally new ideology. So since the Sun is being in Aquarius and Pluto has finally moved on into Aquarius on the 20th of January, it's really talking about like the mental downloads, the intellectual downloads, and the intuition arriving to a really new place on how to make our lives better for ourselves and to others even, because it's Aquarius, it's thinking about humanity, it's thinking about the big picture. But it's really gonna arrive and settle in at the end of February, around the 22nd, when every personal planet like Mars and Venus even gonna step into Aquarius too. And then we just gotta wait and be patient with ourselves in this process of having the ideas, and we can create action plans to make sure that we're gonna follow through them. So I'm gonna draw a few cards here. I'm using the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck to see the energy. Oh, okay, you're flipping. Okay, just see what's coming through. Okay, all wands here. So we've got the Seven of Wands, the Page of Wands, and a Nine of Wands here. And also the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this speaks to me about action, really. So the wands are element of fire. And to me, these cards represent, first of all, the fight or just the confrontation that we have to go through within ourselves about having the ideas and knowing that we have to put everything in action. So it's just a self-confrontation which will result in the new. So this is the Page of Wands, and it's representing the new fire, the new spark of life, or new spark of ideas that we are going to have to implement them. But yeah, it's gonna be tricky, and we have to wait, and we are probably feeling right now that we are already tired of adjusting our lives, and this is just telling me that there's gonna be more adjusting coming. It's gonna be tiring, but it's gonna have its reward. Yeah. And on the bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, King of Wands. Just, yeah, it's telling me that even if we are feeling left out in the cold and feeling abandoned and feeling lonely and not having the life that we want, still karma is coming, and it's again in a wand. So we're gonna arrive at the destination no matter what. It's just about perseverance. It's just about putting things into action, and it's about finding peace with the restless energy and holding this dichotomy in our hands, that we've got the ideas, We are still not there in the execution, but we will be there. It's just a matter of processing and letting the ideas come through the head into the body so we can actually manifest them. So thank you for being here, and see you next time. Bye.